Welcome. I'm just showing you one of the court judgments. This video clip is being circulated in the social media. Someone has sent me. I'm showing it to you. It is regarding same like a Dalit Christian went to court asking for scheduled caste status. Of course, it's a small petty case like a SC/ST case kind of case. Recently, we know that one judgment came from Supreme Court. Same kind of a statement, a case that one person went to court asking that the other person abused me on my caste. So the interaction between the judge and advocate, you just listen to them first and then after that let us talk. Listen to this interaction between these two. Here is the advocate, here are the judges.
Prominently witnessed racial slur asking my lords, and apart from that, it's an admitted fact that he has converted. But the very fact that my lord, just for a moment, I would say there are two castes in Andhra Pradesh, that is Mala and Madhya. And he was believing you are of second class. How SC/ST would apply that in this issue here? My lords, I bow down to you, but all I say is that once a person on the name of caste is accused at page number 49, if I may read for a moment, my lords, page number 49, very clearly it shows that this person, in spite of he converting, the caste remains with him as far as BCC Madhiga. He becomes a Christian, but in the certificate also it's BCC Madhiga. The caste-based discrimination has compelled you to get converted. And now you have abandoned that caste-based discrimination. My lords, the only artificial attachment with you. My lords, that prior to conversion, you belong to that caste. My lords, even if you are referred in society as belonging to that caste, you did not carry with you the disadvantages of that caste after conversion. My lords, I just wanted to show you. I just wanted to show you. We'll pass it into law. Or see it. It's open. Yes, I got it.
So that is the case. It's very clear that what advocate said and what the judge was counter questioning the advocate, both are, it's very clear based on this. Advocate was speaking to him or arguing with him based on only 2 points. Point 1, advocate is saying that he is converted, but even though he converted, he was abused by the caste name and he faced caste discrimination based on the caste even after conversion. That is one point advocate said. The other point said even the certificates the governments are issuing in the name of caste only, even after conversion, they are saying that scheduled caste convert to Christianity, or they are saying that some like Andhra Pradesh, they're saying that Mala Christian, Madhiga Christian, these kind of words they're using even in the certificates after conversion, they're using caste name in the certificate to converted Christians. So then there is no, there's no point that these people are staying away from the caste. So why can't he file the SC/ST case? That is the argument of the advocate. The counter questioning and the argument of the judge is that the honorable judge, what the honorable judge was pointing out is that if the caste is being carried with him, along with him to even the new religion, then why should they convert? This is the question asked by him. Then even the caste is being converted, then what compelled them to change their religion? That is the question asked by the honorable judge, and he said the case is dismissed. So this is the transaction and conversation between these two, honorable judge and the advocate or the counsel of the appellant. Okay. Now here what I observed is that the honorable judge, he was sticking to only one point, that these people are changing the religion because of caste discrimination. So he was sticking to that point. He's saying that if you change because of caste discrimination, if it is being carried along with you even after change, then what is the need of changing the religion? So case is dismissed. So here the honorable judge is sticking to the point that why he changed the religion. the honorable judge was thinking in the line that the reason for the change of the religion. But the case is not that reason for the change of the religion. The case is that even after changing the religion, there was caste feeling, caste discrimination. Why can't he file a CST case? These are the two different ideas which I found between these two after seeing this particular video clip, which is being circulated in the social media. If judge had thought in the lines of the advocate that even after changing the religion, if the caste is being continued, yeah, why can't we give them the reservation? And if the case is that what is happening after the religious change, if he thinks in that line, he should have given the what is a favorable judgment to the appellant. But when the advocate is arguing for what is happening after changing the religion, that is the argument of the advocate. But the honorable judge is asking what are the reasons for conversion. That is a mismatch. So the case is dismissed. Here the honorable judge should have thought that caste discrimination is not only the reason for change of the religion. If that is only the reason for change of the religion, then why all these upper caste people are changing the religion then? If only caste discrimination is the reason for the religious change, then why this dominant society are changing? Brahmins and even Kshatriyas are there converting into Christianity. So caste discrimination is not only the reason for the religion change. There's something called spiritual or theological reasons are also there. There is something called idea of loving, accessible God, and then emphasis on your teachings like compassion, mercy, grace, simplicity of worship, assurance of salvation, and then teachings of Jesus resonate with your personal struggle. Somebody is personally struggling, and then the teachings of the Bible may they may relate to that, so somebody may change. So the reasonal and theological reasons also one of the reasons that I think the honorable judge could not be able to think all these multiple reasons for change. But I think honorable judge he was just sticking to one point that they are changing because of caste discrimination. Then if there is no even caste discrimination continues, then what is the need of conversion? What compelled them to change the religion? So case is dismissed. That is actually happened in the court. The healing experiences and miracles, the two people will claim that Christians will claim the miracles and healing, and then even Hindus will claim the miracles and healing. It's up to the person which one he believes. So we cannot ask someone forcefully sit somewhere healing philosophy. We cannot compel someone. The honorable judge was asking that what compelled them to change the religion. He was thinking in that line. Why the honorable judge was unable to think that why should we compel someone to sit on the philosophy of the healing or philosophy of the theology? It's up to them. They have personal freedom, right? This is Article 25. This is a secular state and we can believe in anything. That I think the honorable judge missed that. And schools and English medium education, of course, hospitals, affordable healthcare and hostels, old age homes, orphanages, and this everybody will not do that. Every church will not give all this. Especially 90% of churches, they will not give all this. 90% of churches are dependent on the members' offerings. Forget about helping the members, and if members don't help, and these people cannot survive. So 90% of churches are dependent on members' offering, not they are not in the position to support them. That happened earlier somewhere in the British time, that where missionaries were allowed to bring the money into India. Now the government's restricted money from abroad. They're not allowing money into the country, and then how again they're blaming that you're giving so much of money. Then who is giving money? Okay. So equality, dignity, and human rights values, this also is there, and of course that's what a judge was pointing out, that at this point equality, dignity, and human rights, and then if equity, inequality, and no dignity, and there is violation of human rights even after conversion, then why do you want to convert and case dismissed? This is actually the honorable judge said. And there are some other reasons like intercaste marriages and family influence also will be there. So, some people are attracted to the intercaste marriages. Easily they can get intercaste marriages in Christian community comparatively with Hindu society. So maybe that may be one of the reasons for marriage he may be going to is converting. So caste discrimination is not only the reason, right? There are multiple reasons for conversion of a religion. Some people may lose their loss of some loved ones, and the poverty, addiction, family breakdown, emotional trauma. These are all will decide. Some people may be in depression, and the modern thinking. The Christians and all they talk about the modern thinking, urban professional culture. Western global values they carry with the religion, and then individualism, paternal freedom will be there in the Christianity, and then whereas our Hindu brothers they're talking about Sanatan Dharma and eternal Dharma, and they're talking about Vedic period. These people are talking about modern period, and our Hindu brothers talking about Vedic period. So they look at the latest model, right? So that may be one of the reasons that these people may be changing. The influence of friends, small groups, youth meetings, and scriptural curiosity, many intellectual discussions. These are all matters for someone to change the religion. But the honorable judge was sitting at one point that these people are changing because there is a caste discrimination. So because even after changing the caste discrimination, even after changing conversion, even after conversion, there is caste discrimination. Then what compelled them to change? So case dismissed. He was sitting at the one point. That's what I understood based on this. Either if the case was that what are the reasons for conversion, the judgment by the honorable court judge is correct. If what are the reasons for conversion, that is not the question here, right? What is happening after the conversion? Even after conversion, there is something happening that has to be penalized or that has to be compensated. That point, actually, I think the honorable judge could not be able to get, and ultimately case dismissed. This is what I found in the video, and I hope that our judges start thinking in the broader aspect. They have to think in the humanitarian grounds and freedom aspect, constitutional aspect. They should think in the 360 degrees. That they should think. That's what I understand, right? Nowadays, the narrations also coming in the social media. The influence of social media on the society is more. The narrations are being spread in the social WhatsApp university, that those narrations are going. So that's all what I understand. Thank you. Namaskar.